I'd say I fought the best version of Decker Heggie at the minute. You know, he'd been training for a good few months, man, fair play to him. You know what I mean? And, you know, I fell short, it is what it is. But I believe that the version of Decker I fought beats the version of Danny Christie now. Personal opinion, that's just my personal opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. You seem to be very opinionated on the fight. It is what it is. If you've got a personal issue with me and you want to address it, contact me privately. I'll give you a location in Manchester and we'll address it in a nice way. It's not an issue at all. But you know, that's just my personal opinion. You know, I fought the best version of Decker Heggie, took a good few straight shots, mate, and I only walked away really with a shiner. Do you know what I mean? I think you fought a bad version of Decker. I believe I wouldn't say a bad version, but not the version I fought. And your face was busted up. You did last a bit longer in the fight, to be fair. That's just my personal view. Like you're saying, I don't have a direct issue with you, but you seem to have a direct issue with me. So if you've got a direct issue with me, come to Manchester and we'll address it. Not a problem. I'll address it this week with you. Not a problem at all. You know what I mean? At least I can hold my head up high. You know what I mean? It's not me that's, you know, I don't really want to start getting personal with people, but I don't beat up my mum and things like that and then start throwing opinions at people, do you know what I mean? And things like that. It is what it is, but it's each to their own. I'm just entitled to my opinion, just like you are. But if there's anything you want to know about me, personally, personal life, just my opinion, and you want me to answer your opinion, come to Manchester any day of the week, 7 days a week, and we'll happily address you. Yeah? Well, listen, no worries, mate. I respect your opinion. But like you say, man, you know, keep your opinions to yourself when you beat up your mum. Do you know what I mean? You don't see me beating up my mum, do you, fella? I'm not going to find no videos back and forth to you. We've spoke behind the scenes, haven't we? We know where the levels are at. So, whatever level you want to take it to, mate, just let me know. Give me a call and I'll meet you gladly. Not a problem, mate. Take care.
Aye. No brothers, no sisters. Just Dean Lynch WARD. Right. Quite a contradicting little character, aren't you, Dean? First of all, you're giving if you've got a problem with me, just get in touch with me in private, you know what I mean? It's not a problem, we'll sort it out. Mate, what did I do at the back end of last week? This stuff gets kept in private with me, but since you've gone public, I'll respond. Last week, what did I do? I got in touch with you. And what did I say to you? I said to you, what do you think you're doing going on the Ashes Live, telling people that I've done that video just for views? Then I said, if you've got a problem with anything that I've said about you, Dean, what are you going to do about it? Then what did I say? I said, if you weren't fighting the big man on Sunday, I said, I'll come down to Manchester and I'll light you up. You know why I said that? Because I thought you might have actually been a challenge for us. And I thought, like, you had so many people convinced that you were going to do a lot more than that. Let us tell you something, mate. When you're fighting for the right reasons, or when you've got, you know, a proper heart on you and a pair of balls, you know, because I've got more balls and more heart, mate, than you would ever know what to do with, right? You see, when you're fighting for the right reasons, you leave it all on the line. You go right down to the very final straw. Do you understand? You might not understand. Something you know nothing about. You know, it's all fair and well having it your own way all the time and, you know, punching divvies about and using intimidation tactics because you're from a gang, innit? Yeah? Using all them tactics, bullying divvies or whatever you do, and that's all fair and well having it your own way all the time. What about when you're in a proper fight and you're getting dumped on your ass 3 times with ease? That's when you see what people are all about, mate. That's when you see if they've got the heart, the actual fighting heart, not the pretend, projectory, talking, imitation heart, you know, which you attach to yourself. Not that, real heart. That's when you see what a fighter is made of. And I've seen what you were made of, mate. You've no heart. You know, you were going to do so much to that person, remember? You know, you were going to be saying this and saying that. Every shot will land, I'm going to say this and say that. Mate, I think what was really going through your head was, oh, this lad's a lot better than me. Can we just hug it out and we'll eat some buffet and hug some more? Please. You see, you highlighted the very difference between an actual fighter and an imitation fighter. I'm not going to get personal with you, Dean. I'm going to tell you how it is. The fight between me and you on an organised level will never happen. One, because I'm a contracted fighter to the BKFC, as you well know. Two, you're no match for me, and I'm not a bully, and it would not be fair on you. Let's have it right. It wouldn't be fair on you. You see, now, you wanted to do this, you wanted this, you wanted to go public. It's all right, contact me in private and that. Why didn't you contact me in private if you had a problem with what I'd said? I was very honest and very respectful as I could be, you know, given the honesty. Simple as that. Now, if you want to come looking for me, Dean, on your own, I'll go everywhere on my own. I'm not attached to no gangs, innit? I'll go everywhere on my own. See, why don't you come and do something about it, Dean? Why don't you come and make me feel threatened? You're no threat to me. Why don't you come and attempt to make me feel threatened and give me a reason to light you up? Because I'll do it there and then in a heartbeat if you come anywhere near my face getting clever, right? You think that was a bad day for you? Mate, you haven't got a clue. You know, you're an imitation, all right? And I'm not going to go back and forward and back and forward. You wanted this. Get in touch with me in private. So why didn't you get in touch with me in private? Sitting making videos from the pub. You looked like you were gurning and all. So what was that video? Was that, well, did you need a couple of stripes and a couple of pints before you made that? Sat in the boozer doing call-outs. Mate, that's probably where you spent most of your training camp, by the look of the gut on you. Listen, I think you need to get to the real world, Dean. What happened to all this, you know, when this is finished, I'm coming off YouTube, you know what I mean? I'm coming off YouTube. Here you are again on YouTube. I understand your pride has obviously taken a bit of a knock. You know, that's evident. You know, probably sucks to be you right now. But, you know, that ego of yours is never going to go away, is it? Yeah, clearly. You know, all that hugging it out at the end and that, man, it was embarrassing. I thought you were fighting for victims. Did you forget about them? Some baby, like. You are some boy. Now, I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I mean? You really, you're a contradicting little character, aren't you, Dean? Like I say, you're no threat to me whatsoever. You alone, physically, are not a threat to me. Like I say, I'm not going to get as personal as you got, going down the own, you know, me and my mother route. Bore off, Dean. Nobody even know about that stuff if I didn't put it out there. You're not special, right? You know, and how dare you attach yourself to that fictitious amateur record? Do you know what that is, mate? That is a massive disrespect to amateur boxers all over the world. It's stolen valour. Do you even know what that is? It's stolen valour. Pretending that you've done something so noble when you haven't. Like you say, all the pretense that you attach to yourself, you were going to do this, you were going to do that. Let me make it abundantly clear what your capabilities will allow you to do. Nothing, right? You're not cut out for it, Dean. You haven't got the heart, you haven't got the warrior's fighting spirit, mate. It's just not there. The fakeness oozes from you, all right? You're out, okay? Have a nice night in the pub, sweetheart. And like I say, if you've got any problems with us, Dean, come and see us. Come and try and threaten me physically in any way and see how that works out for you. We'll leave that there. Have a nice night in the pub, Flower. Ta-ra for now.